wants to connect. But no, what dinner were we at also?
I don't know.
I don't know
we hit it
either.
off.
Yeah.
It was
I
just
think
like
so.
an instant. Well, you have that energy.
Well, same.
I mean, thank you. But now I feel like, okay, maybe we didn't make it happen when you were in New York, but now I get this time with you.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is even more special.
I think so too. One-on-one. By the way, I'm a one-on-one person. When I'm in like a crowd, I can do the thing, but when I lock in with somebody, bye. I'll see you 30 minutes after the party's done. We've already like gone to the bathroom and sat down and like got deep.
Oh, same.
So this is good. I like the one-on-one.
I've discovered that more about myself as I've gotten older, how much I cherish smaller groups. Yeah. And I feel like I come from a big family, so I was so used to just getting it all in there. I have 4 sisters and a brother.
Really? I have 3 sisters and a brother. So yeah, I'm the baby. Where are you?
I'm the middle.
Middle. Okay.
The middle of the girls and my brother's the youngest.
Oh, cute. Yeah. Sweet. I love that.
I know.
Yeah. It's chaos. We're like a beautiful hurricane is what my brother calls us.
That's so nice. Yeah. We are not a beautiful, we are a fucked up hurricane.
We are a full-blown Kansas City hurricane.
Listen, you make the most of what you've been handed, and
totally.
It's very clear you have.
Yeah.
How do you do everything that you do? I'm so curious.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I feel like one of the things that I'm probably the most addicted to is transformation. And so, obviously I love that it's like a healthy version of addiction, but it's also, it can be isolating and pivoting of like a lot of different things. And so sometimes I feel a little bit like, as much as I love to transform and pivot into all these different things, I also feel sometimes sad. I'm like, oh, I didn't really like see that through all the way through. So those are like, it's like my blessing and my curse at the same time. Is I love so many different things, but I don't necessarily stick with them long enough to like really root down into it, to like let it be long lasting. Although Dancing with the Stars is probably the longest lasting thing that's ever been in my life, actually.
How many seasons have you been hosting?
So I've only been hosting, this is my 3rd season, but I've been a part of the show since I was 18. Wow. And I was a dancer first, then I left and I did music and movies, and then I came back as a judge, and then I left and I started 2 companies, and then I came back as a host. So it's like, it's been my constant through line, and it's been amazing. I've been able to grow within it, but it's still the through line. So it feels good.
I feel like when you are someone who just is constantly desiring growth and this evolution of yourself, it's exactly what you said. It's so inspiring and stimulating, because you're just like, I don't want to say it's never enough, but when you...
It's insatiable. Like,
exactly.
It's insatiable. It never feels like a lack of it's not enough. It feels like I want more.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then it does get you on this quest of just constantly seeking. And so sometimes I'm like, all right, let's just sit still for 1 second and just be in this era. So it's good. When did you start dancing?
I think I was like coming out of the womb dancing.
Clearly.
Being the baby of 5. I mean, my oldest sister was a ballet dancer. Second sister, we all danced, but like second sister was a singer and a musician. Third sister was an actress. And then my brother and I, we were like a combination of all of it. And we had this family band growing up in Utah. We were like the Blonde Osmonds.
Oh my God.
And it was just like... a lot of the times I'm like, did I even choose this life, or did I just like fall into it? Because being the baby, you're like so inspired and you just like tag along to everything.
Right.
And I just ended up doing what my siblings did. But I obviously love it. I was good enough at it, so I got validated for it, and then I became successful doing it. And then of course, there's the why that like, I think I constantly come back to, which is like, this is how it started, but like, why am I doing it today? And so I've had to like re-fall in love with everything that I have done basically my whole life, like over and over again, to make sure it's coming from my own passion and desire.
And how do you do that? Like, what gets you to that place?
Well, what gets me to the place is when I'm like, oh my gosh, social media, I have to stay relevant. And I start like glitching and I'm like, ah. And then I'm like, okay, stop. You're clearly doing this because you should, or you think that you have to, or that it's like, it makes sense for you to do this. And I'm like, and then I get overexhausted because I feel like I have to keep up. And so that's when I usually am like, okay, this is too much. I need to turn back to the why of why am I doing this? And it has to be authentic. Otherwise, it just goes into the, oh, I should do this, or this makes sense. I should do this. I should do this.
Do you know your human design?
You know,
I feel like I strongly need to ask you that. Okay.
I think I'm a generator.
I am too.
I'm not a generator manifester.
Your generators are fully driven off joy.
Yes.
So things that
makes sense.
But it's so weird that I felt like I needed to ask you because it felt very strong.
Yeah. And actually, joy has been probably my word of my life. And I think whenever I am not in the essence of joy, that's when I'm like, oh, I need to check myself. I need to check my why. I need to make sure I'm playing. If I'm not playing, I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah, same.
It gets right into my head and not in my body. And then I'm like, oh, this is not my superpower.
Right.
So yeah.
But that's where, like, whenever I'm asking you too, because I had this new, just like reignition of everything that I'm doing, where sometimes it can dissolve, right?
Yeah.
When you start to shift your focus on things and then your soul is getting sucked and you're like, what? I mean, as a generator too, I'm like, why am I doing this thing that depletes me and I feel zero life from? But it started so pure and with so much energy, you could literally charge the entire city of Manhattan because you can see it, it's the vision, and you have all the energy. And then it's like, oh, it just chips away at you. Yes.
And then you have to like find it again. But you always do, and I always do too. So like, I do know that there is like a total trust that, again, when you come back to your superpower. And I think one of the things that I've realized is I watched this Quentin Tarantino speech. And it was basically him saying, as a director, he's like, your job is not to create the vision. Your job is to have the vision. And then you don't have to be a seamstress in order to have beautiful costumes in your film, but you need to learn how to articulate your vision. And if you can articulate your vision, then all of these experts in this, field can do it. But because I'm sure you're similar, like coming with a big family, your survival tactics, I can do everything.
Oh yeah.
I am a generator. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Yes, I can do it. But oh my gosh, has it completely depleted me of my joy, which is my driving force, and what actually I feel like I can have this conversation with you on this podcast because we get it, which is like when you are in your element and in your superpower, in your joy, in your play, at least for me, those are my things.
Yeah.
More shit just starts happening. And like, you don't have to try so hard. And like, when I find that I'm trying so hard, it's like, oh, I've gotten out of that and gone back into I have to get this done.
Yeah.
Instead of like, all these people have superpowers that I don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
What does your practice look like? I'm so curious. I mean, obviously you created Kinergy and movement is a huge part of your life.
Yeah.
But knowing the conversations that I've had with you, you're very spiritual. And I think that was the instant connection that I felt with you.
Yeah, I think my ritual shifts depending on, again, what season of life I'm in. If I'm in a growth season, then there's a lot of discipline, a lot of like keeping my channel open so that I can receive a lot of information. And then at that point, I can feel a shift of like, now I need to play, because the intentionality sometimes I can get quite intense. And so everything can feel so deep and so connected. And like I just want to go to the center of the earth and be there and have these conversations and like get as deep as I possibly can with every human that I know. Like,
Sounds familiar.
It is literally like, I am the friend that they're like, okay, Julianne's throwing a dinner party. Cool. Make sure you guys get the tissues. You know, we're going to be talking about our life and, but I own it. But then it's sort of like, okay, remember to keep the play. And so I love to always learn, but through the body. So dance obviously has been my like go-to, but recently I've been surfing. I love the water. I'm like, I just want to be in the water. I want to surf. It's something that is a new skill that I'm learning, that I think that when you're a student and you learn, like I also read something somewhere, like the happiest people are people who read and are curious and put themselves in positions to grow, because we're like experiencing new things all the time. And so that's my practice, is like always trying to do something new, always trying to like find the beauty. Like yesterday I was walking around the park in like Tribeca and the West Side Highway, and there was a kite and these yellow flowers, and the sky was so blue, and the sun was like reflecting through the trees, and I could see it on the leaves. And like when I notice those things, that's why I'm like, oh, this is my good spot.
You're in your essence.
I'm in my essence, and then I try to think, what am I doing in my life to keep that the pattern versus like wanting more, the insatiability of okay, let's do more to keep this. No, just this is enough. This is enough.
That is powerful because you're present.
Yeah.
You're like where your 2 feet are. Yeah. And I feel like from one ambitious woman who relates on so many levels in so many different ways, there is, like there are these moments where ambition can override joy and presence, because it feels like you haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
And you need to like achieve this thing, at least fully speaking for myself.
100%. And also, is it happening fast enough? That for me is one of the things, because I'm sure you're similar. You can see the puzzle pieces and how they all fit together in the big vision. And I know for me, I'm always like one step at a time.
Yeah.
You can't get all of it at the same time. And that's hard for me, because I just want to run and like get there as soon as I can, because I can see it.
Right.
And that practice, that is hard. That's really hard.
I'm dying to know from like just like you being a dancer, when you say discipline, like I would love to know like what that looks like. Like if you could just paint a little bit of a picture when you're in that zone of locking in, or whatever it looks like for you.
I recently just had this like visual, and it's really just boundaries. Discipline to me is boundaries with myself. Because anxiety from Inside Out 2.
I was like, well, I know anxiety all too well.
Have you seen the second Inside Out?
No.
Girl, come on. Okay. Bring some joy and play in your life. Watch that movie.
With the kids.
Yes, exactly. And anxiety, the character, she's got this like frenetic energy, and it's amazing. And like she can do everything. And like, oh my gosh, she's so creative, and I can do this and I can do that and this. And I'm like, that is me at like my superpower, right? And then when she starts doing more and more and more, she starts glitching, and it almost goes into like, then she can't do anything. And she gets like totally frozen, but the world is like spinning and she's just like kind of glitching. I was like, oh, that's me. And so what I realized with my boundaries to stay disciplined was like, the more I want to create and do, and I have all these like separate rooms of creativity, and she's like, my anxiety self, I call her Chippy. She is like creating all these magical rooms, but they're all distractions. And so I literally just like grab her and put her down. And I thought of this, it's like, why is there a fence around playgrounds usually?
Protection.
Keep it safe. It was funny. In my mind, I was like, keep the predators away.
That too.
Because that was my childhood, right? But it's also to keep the boundaries enclosed so that they don't get lost, so that they can play within the sphere where it's safe and it's boundaried. If they go off too far, they can get lost. And so that's how I've always looked at it, is like, how do I create boundaries within and not look at it as I'm trapped, but that I get to create more magic within this space. So I don't get too spread out. I don't get distracted. And I just like grab her by the shoulders and I'm like, okay, that's enough. And you're so beautiful. Everything that you're creating, you're so magical. And also, shh. Shh. Calm down. We're all good.
Do you meditate?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I meditate. I do breath work. Sometimes I pull cards just to like ask questions and pray. I do morning pages. When I feel like I have all these open apps in my brain, I'm like, oh, I need to dump. Clearly there's too much happening up here. And that's when like my morning pages come out.
Oh yeah. Is that how you like got the idea to write a novel? Was it like in the...
No.
Okay.
To write a novel was actually, I felt very misunderstood during a specific time in my life. And I didn't know how to articulate it in a way where I was going to make sense to people, specifically in my close circle. And so I thought, let me write a fiction novel that can go above reality, and I can go into fantasy, and people can see themselves within a character versus trying to explain my story.
Right.
And so the novel is very much my first spiritual awakening back in 2017. And I didn't really have the maturity at the time, like the spiritual maturity at the time. I was like wide open and I was having all these mystical experiences and just wanting to share everything. And it was a lot for people. A lot of people had a lot of opinions, and I didn't really totally know what to do with it fully because it was so expansive. And so when it got very expansive, I had a lot of unraveling of all the patterns and the systems of protection that I had put into place for myself over the last 30 plus years. And all of those things started very, very, I was going to say like slowly, but also painfully unraveling. And by the time it kind of all just went away, I was like, well, now I get to like design and create my life with intention. And this book specifically was very much like how that moment happened for me. And so I was like, I don't think anybody's going to get this, but I'm going to write about it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it took 4 years.
It did.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It took 4 years because it was also like during that unraveling time. So I was trying to write this like expansive, beautiful experience while I was also going through like massive amounts of unraveling or pain. And so I think for me, it was like, this doesn't feel like I'm not writing what I'm feeling right now.
Right.
So that's why I kept having to come back to it.
So you could live through it.
So I could live through it. So basically book 2 is the death hole pit of shit era, which I was in when I was writing the first one.
Ooh.
And then the third book is the designing of my life, which I'm currently in.
Oh
so
my God.
I haven't written second or third because I'm just in my life right now and I'm doing some other things. Clearly I'm pivoting.
Yes.
But that they will come, whether it's through that series of books or I don't know, through just my own existence in the world.
And how do you like navigate the time and the energy with everything that you're doing with Dancing with the Stars and running a business? Kinergy is, you're the founder, CEO?
Not CEO
Not
anymore.
CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you handed all, you found someone. Okay.
I did. Yeah. You know, I think I feel like I should not be giving advice because I think that by what I'm doing. So if you're listening, do not follow my path. Like truly. It was a wild ride. But I think again, like where I'm at now with Dancing with the Stars, with Kinergy, with, other opportunities, I think everything that I'm doing currently is with a pause beforehand. And does this bring me joy? Is my mission bringing joy? Am I making sure that like every action I'm taking is with purpose versus comparison or keeping up with, and that there's room for everyone, and what's meant for people will find them, what's meant for me will find me. Like just trusting in a way that isn't on the hamster wheel of, again, the time thing, like having to do it so fast. I think as an entrepreneur, you're like always trying to do things fast and before everybody.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great thing. And I also think like, just take your time with it too. Yeah. I always say like fast equals intensity, slow equals intimacy. And I'm craving intimacy with my friends, my family, my clients, my consumers, whatever it is. I just want intimacy.
Same.
And so I've had to slow down a lot and pivot and make crazy mistakes and feel like, oh, wow, I really had no idea what I was doing.
Same.
And I got so far into it. And how do I clean up the mess? Like all sorts of things that are really, nobody teaches you those parts.
It's so true.
Yeah.
When you identified, everything you're saying, I'm like, oh, it's also refreshing, right? To hear that you are dealing with the same things we all are in different form.
Well, it's amazing to hear stories of aspiration because you feel good and you believe it's possible.
Right.
And then it's also really great to hear that like, oh my gosh, I have cried myself to sleep, to like woken up and been like, I am so not capable. Who do I think I am? And have all of those same feelings that I think we all go through. And know that they're real and then they're not. And then like you're actually closer than you think you are. And you feel so far away. And yet you're like, oh, actually I'm like 97% there. But like I felt like I was at 40, and actually I just need this, and this. But yeah, it's not easy. And I think that when you are a person who loves transformation, and it can be quite isolating because I tend to transform quite quickly. Same. And like go on these very fast journeys. And so, you're on to the next before you feel like, oh wait, my friends aren't with me on this one,
Yeah, of course.
And so, or my colleagues or my team were in different stages. And so,
or your partner. It's
or your partner. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I don't have a partner, but but yeah.
You got divorced.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
but that's a big thing. I'm like, oh, I don't have a partner. I wish that I could go through these challenges with, but that's also slowing down so I can create the space for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you're so in it and you know that I know for myself when I've been in the depths of just seeing the mistakes and then thinking of like, oh God, okay, now I have to go in there and it's like, I get to change it. I have the power to get in there and okay, I don't like something, I can change it. And it's like inspiring for a moment, but then the undertaking of it all is so swallowing when you're in it.
Yeah.
How do you move through like those moments? Like, is it your practice? Is it moving your body? Is it?
I think what's really fascinating is one, recognizing what I want to do in the moment, which is this is all too hard. I just want to run away. So one is first acknowledging what is my pattern of like, what is this? And looking at it more as like, oh, this is a worthy opponent coming here to tell me I'm ready to level up. And that moment is like, okay, I now have the knowledge and the understanding of what this old version of me wants to do right now. Oh, it means I'm ready. I'm ready to level up so I can actually move through this instead of, oh, this is happening again.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the first thing that I acknowledge that I'm like, thank you. Like, I guess I'm ready to level up. Thanks. So that's the first thing. And then I will say, play. I have to do something that like gets me back in my body. I play, I move, and I get into water. Like I am full water baby. Or I mean, snow. I'll like snowboard if it's the right season.
Yeah.
But like something that makes me feel like it's not what I do for work, but it's something that I just do that's physical, that's in my body, that I'm not trying to be the best at. I'm not trying to win at. I'm just doing for sheer fun. And so like I get back into that. And then I'm in like my playful state where I have compassion for myself first and foremost. And then I also ask for help, because I think that that's the biggest thing for me is like, I feel like I have to have all the answers because it's my company or it was my decision before. So I have to be the one to figure it out, which I don't.
That's so powerful.
Yeah. And like, but then at the same time, what I've learned also about like leadership is when everybody has a say, then nobody knows what to do. And so that was a very, very big learning lesson because I was like all in, like the state of enlightenment, like the different colors. So I was in like my green era when I started Kinergy. I was like, we are all going to do this, co-create it collectively. And nothing got done because you need a hierarchy of like, orange is like the entrepreneur who's just like ready to like hustle and do stuff. And then there's like, the blue that follows the order and the rules and, and the structure and you need people.
I see like the Enneagram wheel as you're saying this all.
Yeah. Like you need people in different roles and not a hierarchy of worthiness, but a hierarchy of position of leadership so that people know what to do and how to do it. And I learned that lesson very early on. I was like, oh, we're all green. We all just want to heal the world and love each other. And like nothing is getting done.
Right. So what did you do?
Yeah. So I had to not necessarily change the people, but change the roles and see where they fit and what was going to work for the state of the team.
I had to do that too.
Yeah.
And it's so great that you were able to identify that though. Because it's a lot of pressure as like founder and you're creating as well. So it's like.
Well, that was the other thing too. I was like, all of a sudden I'm in operations brain and I'm a creator.
Same.
I look at like the triad of like artist, manager, entrepreneur. And I'm an artist with entrepreneurial like, skill sets, not manager. Like what? Like I can do it if I have to, but that literally makes me die.
Same.
Like it literally makes me shut down and capacity overload. And then I get stuck and I'm like, I'm not good for anybody right now. So knowing that, I also like realized, okay, how to fit the puzzle of who needs to be where and how to let us all be in our superpowers.
That's one of the most powerful things as a leader to be able to identify. And I know I certainly did not have that skill set in the beginning because I'm just like, oh, I like this energy. I like the energy. But then I'm like, but hold on, that energy is not accomplishing the skill that we need to actually execute fully.
But you know what I do love though, is that when it does start that way, you know that it is coming from this like pure high energy, high frequency vibe. And a lot of people don't start their companies from that space. They come at it from structure. And so that's why like watching you and your company grow has been so beautiful because you can feel it regardless of if I've taken a class or bought a product or anything. Like I can feel your energy of your company. And that's going to speak volumes and be in integrity and stay for years, become legacy because of the energy that it was created in.
Thank you.
I just want to share that.
Thank you. Yeah. That means so much to me. And I've learned to realize it has to be the most important thing.
Yeah.
It can't just be, wanting to do things because
it makes sense.
Exactly. That will never work, especially for generators, by the way. It's like that does not.
No.
That doesn't track at all. Can you please give me a day in the life of you? Like, I just like need to know. I'm like, how many hours are we working on Kinergy? Are we filming? Like, how are you waking up in the morning?
Yeah.
I'm guessing early.
Yeah. I'm a morning person. And the first thing that I do, which is something that I learned recently from my other friends, and I was like, can I take this as well? Because I love it so much. So I just moved into a new house, and the shades like open up like this. And I literally say, hello, day. And like, just set my tone. I play with my dog, Sunny, first thing in the morning. That's my favorite moment. Like, I don't have children, but I think a lot of people say like that morning time that you get with your kids and they're in the bed with you, like that is my presence moment with Sunny. And like knowing that like she is my priority. And so that is my first thing. Hello, day. Hello, Sunny. We play like hard play, like wrestling and everything in the morning.
What kind of dog?
She is a cock retriever. Just like her mom. No, I'm just kidding. It's my favorite joke. I say it every time.
That was
good. She's a golden retriever and a cocker spaniel. If she was a boy dog, she'd be a golden cock. But again, play, joy, not taking myself too seriously.
I can say this because by the time this episode is out, we have a dog coming. My daughter is the most dog obsessed human being I've ever met in my entire life. And our friend actually got so tired of us talking about that we were going to get her a dog, but we hadn't yet. He bought us a dog.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Amazing.
We just like,
what kind of dog?
A golden doodle.
Okay.
We woke up to
my gosh.
a dog. And like, at least it just took out any more
decision making.
Yeah. Which I was like,
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
So she's getting the dog in 2 days.
That is so exciting.
So just hearing you say that like lit me up because I can feel that for Eleanor.
Well, not only is it like I wanted to give her presents, but like there is literal scientific proof that by petting a dog, you activate more of your life force energy, your emotional field, like all the different fields that we need to like be activated. You can literally, like dogs are one of the most radiating beings and the best thing that you can do to activate your life force energy.
I'm like really excited and I feel ready-ish. I'm a little terrified.
Yeah. I mean, they're like newborns. I mean, is it a puppy?
It's 12 weeks old.
Oh yeah. You're going to be up every 2 hours and there's some whining involved, but you have to, just
embrace it.
Yeah. Be patient. Know that it won't be forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obedience training.
Yes and no. Like it's training the parent.
Right.
It's not even training the dog. It's just being consistent. Just being consistent. And like my biggest thing is the minute you open, if you use a crate, then go right to the grass, the same spot. And like immediate potty training.
So if you live in the city, take the dog
or
out
take
immediately.
take them out immediately. Or go to like a pee pad or something, but the same spot every single time.
Okay, that's helpful.
Consistency.
I'm good at consistency.
Yeah, then you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's like a kid. Be consistent.
Right.
And then they'll learn.
Okay, I love it. So hello world.
Yeah,
I'm
hello
with
world.
you. I'm at your house.
Day. Play with Sunny. Again, I'll either meditate, do breath work in my bed, like sitting up, or I'll do morning pages. And that's kind of how I start my day. I have I don't like to drink coffee right away. I feel like that just like hits my stomach in a bad way.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't try to overdo it because I think at one point, remember how I said I was like so intense and like, when I was in my like learning era, I was like doing too many things or feeling like I have to now and I have to fit it in. Like that just feels like, again, work now. Totally. It needs to be playful and fun. And so it truly is just also questioning like, what do I feel like today? I don't have to do all of it. And again, water, like I love the sauna and the cold plunge and just like feeling like I get a sweat on, whether it's that or going and working out. I love to cook and I haven't been cooking recently. And so like this next season of Dancing with the Stars, I've made a priority that I'm going to start cooking again. And like doing a lot of the things that I used to do when I was married very consistently, because I'm very much in like your energetic blueprint, it's like self and others. Like I was very, very charged by others. So like having a partner in the house, it was very easy for me to cook and this, and I was so motivated by it. For myself, I'm not as charged that way. And so it takes a little bit more of an effort to do. Not that I don't have self-love for myself. It's just, I just enjoy having people in the house to do it for. And so this season of life, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna nurture the self. And not because I feel like I don't have it. It's not my blueprint.
Right.
But I want to work on my blueprint. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
It's important to be able to like take a step back from it all, quite literally, and like come back to like the simple things that give you like so much and that will fuel all of the other things in such a big way. Like cooking is one for me too. Like I found myself cooking so much more this summer, and I'm like, it roots me into myself.
Totally. You're doing something with your hands. It's tactical. Like, I love it. I think also one of the things that I was thinking about this season, because we're just about to start. And
I'm so excited, by the way.
I know. It's so fun. It's like I'm on this like new energy and new life for the show after 20 years and 34 seasons. Like it's like people are obsessed. It's wild.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I used to like want it to be one of my goals to be on Dancing with the Stars, but I'm scared of it actually.
Wait, will you come to a show?
A show.
Yeah.
I'll come to a show.
I'm dying to come.
I think Alex Earl is going to kill
I know. I'm
it.
So excited.
She's also just...
She's it.
She's a force.
She's it. I'm excited.
And when she locks in, it's like, I can't wait to watch her dance.
She's a smart cookie. I'm really excited.
And I will say I enjoyed Brooks and Gleb. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it.
I mean, what was not to enjoy? I mean, we had a front row seat constantly. And trust me, I got to see way more than all y'all got to see.
You said some funny things. I was like, I would have been like the same.
So great. I'm honestly so excited about this season. It's so good.
But what a fun job.
That was one of the things that I was going to say, though, is because I do so many things and I get inspired and stuff. I actually made it my goal to say, like, what if, and by the way, what I'm about to say is insane that it's the word only, but what if I were to only do Dancing with the Stars this fall? Is that enough? And it absolutely is. But like, can I be okay with that?
Wow.
And so that's actually my goal, is to do Dancing with the Stars and like take a few months to just let that be the thing that I do this for the next 3 months. And like, I'm so excited to see how I show up on the show because I always feel like I'm present. But I wonder if having the like subconscious pulls will actually make me show up in a different way. And I got chills. That show for me, I know it like makes me emotional thinking about it, but like that show has given me so much, not just externally, but internally. Like that has been my safety. It's been my home. It's been my family. And I want to show up with full presence. And I'm really excited.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Because when you are on that quest of growth and transformation, wanting to do all these things, and also it's like, can I do it? You deplete. Like you just deplete yourself.
You do.
And giving to everything at once is...
Yeah. And because I've done it for so long, I'm like, oh no, I can do all of it. It's easy. I know how to do it. I mean, when I come to New York, I've got like a packed schedule, and every time I come, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be great. I do this all the time. The last 2 times I've done the same schedule, it's taken me out. Like out. And I'm like, oh, I'm more embodied and in tune with my body now. Whereas before I was just going.
Right.
And which is ironic. I'm like, the person that's in the body dancing. But like, when you're so used to something, you think that is your ground zero, but it's actually not. Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. So I'm excited. This is going to be like a whole new,
for you.
I'm going to have to be like, no, just shh, shh, shh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say because you know what happens.
The energy is going to be like, oh, can you come do this and this? And
the universe will start dangling all the shiny carrots. And you're like, oh, but it's so good. And then like it's such a...
Yeah. And my little anxiety chippy will have all these rooms of what's possible. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stay on this hallway and just finish it and then go to the next.
I love it. It's inspiring.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's a new, by the way, that's new for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm still discovering, but I'm doing it in a different way.
I think it's incredible for a lot of, for people, but for women, for women to really, to hear.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I look at my sisters, my mom, and like, I look at how much they do. And I'm like, from a little kid, I've been like, you guys are my superheroes. Like you're, I don't know how you do what you do, but they can't even see it because this is the norm for them. And like, if they were to take a break, it would feel like they're doing nothing.
Right.
Or if they just slimmed 3 things back, I'd feel like they were not doing enough. And I think like when we look at all the stuff that we've got going on in our lives, I mean, the pressure to do more is wild.
I
wild.
Definitely have it and was able to really see it pretty clearly this summer where, I had to have a talk with my team because I was like, okay, but while I'm doing this thing, I'm also going to do this other thing. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll do a little tour with it. And and then I had to like come back and be like, this one thing that I'm working on is what I want to work on right now. And like, I don't need to sidebar and like do this thing because I'm not really talking about this other thing, but so that it looks like and by the way, also business as usual, running a business. I'm just like,
But I love architecting. And so that's architecting. You're like, I can do this and this and these dots connect. But did you ever watch the Steve Jobs commencement speech at like Stanford?
Definitely. Oh, yes.
And like, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking back. And like that hit me so hard because that's been my thing for so long.
I need to watch that again.
Like, I'm such a visionary, puffing myself up. I'm like, I can see how this fits together and this and this and this and this. And then we can put that together. And if I do this tour, then this book can happen. And then like literally architecting the world of what's possible. And by the way, I'm really good at that.
Same.
And all of it is possible. But like none of this shit is going to happen if I actually am distracted from the one thing that's going to make that happen. And that's what I was saying about the little tunnel vision with Chippy is like, she's trying to create all of these other things and how they fit. And like she sees, and she's so excited. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And like, I can see that room and that room. And like, they all fit together. Can't you all see this?
Yeah.
But like, it's all a distraction to just going like this.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the dots connect later. But they will connect because it's out there.
And when you have faith and you trust and you're being guided and supported through every step. I know for me, that's been the constant saving grace is knowing, okay, there's a reason why I decided I thought I was going to do all these things and not at the same time. And then being like, well, it's like, what gets you to that place of being like, what the, like in New York, right?
Yeah.
Because you think you can do all the things. And then I know for myself, when it comes time to do the thing, am I going to want to do the thing?
Yeah.
Am I going to be excited about doing the thing? And when you're doing too many damn things, you don't even have space.
You don't have space to enjoy it.
No.
Yeah.
It's like one thing to the next. And I do know like New York City is the epitome of that.
Yeah.
Which can feel so swallowing, which is why.
I was going to say, which is why this feels so good.
Doesn't it?
Oh, it feels so good.
Because you don't feel like you're in the heart of the busiest part of the city.
No, it's beautiful.
But that's what I think is the importance of a devotion to your practice. A devotion to yourself is that it's so interesting getting to like hear more about, it's like we see you, we're all inspired by you in so many ways. But then to like go inside, like the depths of your soul and someone's soul is when real human connection happens and you're able to actually see a person. And I actually think like this is the most beautiful side of you that I've been so lucky to be able to share with you.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like a lot of the times, and again, privilege beyond privilege, like we've been able to have incredible experiences and take those in and appreciate it. And also recognize that like this space is what I think we both crave.
Yeah.
And that like that knowing is also what reminds me that like at the end of the day, one thing that we all have in common is we will die. Not to be morbid.
No, it's true.
But like we're not gonna be here. So like what like if today was my last day, like what did I do today that like made me feel intimate with myself or with others, or like and really either saw myself or saw others and was able to feel really proud about how I was living in the world that day. And so that always is just a really good reminder for me too.
It's such a good just energy to bring in too.
Yeah.
Like, cause like life can, it's like there's a lot of Mondays.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Wednesdays. And
then there's not a lot of Mondays. And then there's not a lot of Wednesdays.
But it can feel like the mundane, right? Like like I know for me, like the biggest part of moving through a day is like, okay, it's like that energy of like waking up and being like, all right, well, gotta do it all over again.
Yeah.
But then being like, what a gift.
Yeah.
Like I get to begin again. I get to, bring a different energy to this day that maybe I didn't really do the day before.
Well, that's that like acknowledging again, like I also get like so excited when I acknowledge my shit come up because I'm like, again, thank you for like this worthy opponent to level me up, because clearly I just got into a loop of sameness of like every day feeling the same or like mundane or, oh my gosh, 2 weeks just passed and I had no idea that just happened. And so like every day when something comes up, it continues to encourage me to get as present as I can and to notice the little things. And then gratitude comes, and then all of a sudden you get back into the stage of creation, and then you do the loop again. And then you have to come back to it.
It's never ending.
It's never ending.
It's such a, right? That's why you commit to the things, because it brings you back.
I love that you said devotion though. That is such a commitment. Sometimes always gave me a bit of a negative connotation or a meaning that felt like a have to.
Right.
Whereas like devotion feels so yummy and delicious.
I feel deserving of it.
Oh, yes.
Like I deserve
exactly
to give myself every ounce of what I have. Like discipline. I think coming from a background of having an eating disorder and a very dysfunctional relationship with myself, I was very disciplined during that time to such a unfortunate, like negative way. My mental health was suffering, but even just like changing the relationship to the word helped me a lot, where it felt more of like a gift.
Yeah.
Like being devoted to yourself. It's like when you say it, it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It feels nurturing, and it's wrapping you versus something that you have to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I wonder if your craving of intimacy has anything to do with social media. Like, do you feel as if, I know that for me, like just, and I love social media, but I also find myself scrolling. Sometimes I'm just like, eye roll. People are probably eye rolling through me too. It's fine. But just feeling a little like,
Yeah.
about it?
Oh, I want to throw my phone at like, and sometimes I do. I'm like, ugh, like
Yeah,
I'm just like, ugh.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Why am I watching
Yeah,
this?
totally. So I think it's like just one, unintentional, it just happens. And then I think two, I think when I was probably the most vulnerable, and this is what happened like 7 years ago, my first spiritual awakening, and I was like opening up and I was really sharing. I was being intimate and sharing, but I was sharing in a way that didn't have any boundaries. I was wide open.
Yeah.
And so my connotation of sharing and being intimate was met with a lot of projection or a lot of opinions. And it was all surrounding that time of the unraveling of my life. So I went into shutdown mode. And I then stopped sharing from the heart and I started sharing from the head, which was very strategic in what I was posting and much more closed off and like, oh, this is what's going to work for social media. And I literally changed my mindset of this is a business and I'm going to make this a business and do this, because when I was truly authentic to myself and all this, like I got met with such resistance.
They come for you.
Yeah. And so I didn't have the maturity at the time and the sovereignty to like hold that energy and be like, it's okay. All of those people will fall away and you might not be left with a lot, but then a different crowd is going to come. And I got too scared. And so I shut down and I just went back to how comfortable it was for people to identify me. And I went back into the roles and the titles of what I've done. So now I'm like, all right, we'll see what comes out of my mouth. Who knows? But I'm craving that. And I realized I'm not craving intimacy from others because they're not receiving me. I'm craving it because I haven't opened up and I haven't been authentic. Parts of me, I mean, all those are real parts of me, but the parts of me that actually want to be seen, regardless if I'm accepted or not, I want to be me. And as like big as that sounds, it's actually not. It's actually really small, but it feels so big because it is so personal. So that's that like intimacy that I crave is social media. And because that is such a big part of our lives and you either join them or you're not going to keep up. It's like AI, you know what I mean? Like, well, I guess I better learn it. You know? I feel like my grandparents were like, oh, what's the internet? You know, it's like, well, I guess I better learn.
It's so true.
It's happening in the world. So it's sort of like, again, checking, is this because I truly want to share this? And if I don't have anything to post that day, then I don't want to post anything. And
that's it.
Yeah. Or if I'm like, oh, I still feel like I should post something, then like, don't post it until I figure out what I like, if there is a reason to post and like dig deep.
Right.
Yeah.
That changes everything. And I think a lot of just feeling kind of, it goes through waves.
It does.
And I think depending where you're putting your time, is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? There's so many other platforms now. Whenever I feel that, I'm like, hold on a second, miss, are you
doing it because you have to or should?
Yeah, but also like you're not giving what you're craving either. And then I found myself in why? Because it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's exposing.
Yep.
Right. And then when I get into that place of just being like, this is who I am, is when I am enjoying it so much more because I'm also getting a lot of that energy back.
You're being and you're doing it versus like having to craft it and create it. Yeah.
I don't have a calendar. I don't plan a thing.
Yeah.
I'm on the cuff every day and I'm just like, it's either going to fly or it's not.
Yeah. I think, but again, that's why I think your energy that you put out there is so infectious because it feels that way every time. Yeah, it does. And like, and I also love too, because like this was a big thing too. It was like, you don't have to be one thing And like if you're spiritual, you can still dress sexy and you can do this and you can take selfies and whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
Totally.
the solidifying yourself as an identity is for other people to feel comfortable. Like you be you and like do you.
Oof.
Yeah. And like that to me has been my biggest reminder is like, oh, having an identity is just for others to feel comfortable. So I can be whoever I want. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
right there. That's where we end, everyone.
Yeah.
Take that. And we need to highlight that line because it's what it's all about.
Yeah, I think so too.
You are such a light. I just adore you.
We could chat all day.
Oh, all day.
It's so fun.
I'm so happy I got this time with you.
I know, me
and
too.
I can't wait to watch you on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, come bring your daughter.
No,
yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
No, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please. Does she like Disney?
Eleanor loves.
Okay, you come to Disney night.
Done.
I mean, or I'll tell you the other theme nights and you can choose.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to take her on a little like mommy daughter. Oh, stop. That's so sweet.
Please.
I love it.
Yeah, it's super fun. I'm into Inside Out. It'll be a core memory.
Done. I'm on that. That's a weekend to do. Thank you.
Thank you. You're the best.
Oh, you're the best.
Thank you.